You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. We are live. It is Wednesday. Wednesday is We Me Day. It's not a hump day today. That's right, because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Can't have a hump day on Thanksgiving because Wednesday is actually Friday. Get it? Got it? Welcome to the show. It is November 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving 2022. So how is everybody? Oh, good. Yeah, it was rhetorical. Although I do care, I can't spend the whole show going over each and one of you. I'm kidding. But I do want to say thank you to Dorothy Hawkins for throwing down a $5 super chat right before the show even got going. Oh, Dorothy, how do you do it? Throwing down dollars like that to me. Oh, God, what are they going to say out there in the streets of ufology? Hey, did you hear what Dorothy Hawkins did? No, what'd she do? She donated $5 to Goof On. She did what? Hey, Joe, did you hear what Dorothy Hawkins did? You mean Dot? Yes, Dot on Twitter. Couldn't think quick enough for that one. She gave Goof On a $5 support super chat. A super chat? Hold on a second. Hey, Mac. Hey, did you hear about Dorothy Hawkins? You heard? I know, I can't believe it. $5. No, it ain't $20. It's $5. The rumor's already getting out there. It's like $100. It was $5. Yeah, I know. I'm calling everybody. Everybody's calling me. Dorothy, she did it. She broke the rules. I know. I gotta go. I got a show to do. Yeah. Your mother. So, thank you for that first super chat of the night. Dorothy Hawkins. That's how it went down. That's how it went down. And everybody's talking about it on Twitter already. It's trending. Elon Musk just sent me an email. He said, am I okay? He's asking me if I'm okay. Of course I'm okay, Elon. We like to call Elon Noel around because it's Elon backwards. Nobody really likes saying Elon. Hey, Elon. No, it's Noel. Nobody likes an Elon. Elon's a little spoiled little brat. Come here, Elon. Elon, put your little toy down. I know it's a computer. I know you're only 3, but put it down. You need to have your dinner, Elon. Oh, look at Elon's shoes. Those are tap shoes. He's really smart and he's talented. And Elon, no, Elon, you're not going to be a magician. You're not going to go to the moon. He's so smart. He thinks he's going to build rockets and go to the moon someday. There he goes. Oh, Mars. Oh, now he wants to go to Mars. Oh, Elon's got 2 jobs. Oh, my ex-mother-in-law. So we're going to do the show tonight. Why do governments want us to believe in UFOs now? I know. No report, no regret, another day, no one cares. I see there's super chats popping up. Who's this person? Ben? Who's that? Ben the Yorkshire Goofonian with a £2, 2 quid fine purple people eater. Thank you very much. Hey, he's throwing them down every show, but Dorothy beat you to the punch today there, Chief. Sorry about that. But thank you for your continued support to Goof On. Mucho gusto, generoso, Ben Yorkshire. Ben the Yorkshire Goofonian. Right? Thank you very much, sir. It's a mucho gusto kind of night. Hey, gosh, all over. I don't know. Who's next? Can we have another one? I see a Tommy G. Tommy, how you been, man? Tommy throwing down a $5 super dono. For those of you who don't know, a dono it's a donation, but there's nothing with it. No emoji. No face, no chitter chatter. It's just pure. Tommy, it's right from the heart. I know, right? I know this guy. I know, we went to war together. So what? It's my life. It's my life. Every teenager says that. It's my life. I know, but I have to see you to 18 years old. If you don't make it to 18 years old, they take me to jail. So until that time, you're going to do what I say as long as you're living under this house, under these. Did we do roll call? Tommy, thank you for the $5 super dono. That's a mucho gusto, generoso. And a long-time supporter of the show. Roll call, everybody. Oh, we had another one? Wait, what did I do wrong? Put it back. What did I do? I did something wrong. I saw another super chat popped up. That's... I knew there was another one. I couldn't remember. Thank you very much. Hellfire. Coraline. Thank you very much. Coraline. Hellfire Studios throwing down a $5 super chat. Super dono. Super dono. Yeah, I see this here. It doesn't show up yet on my thing yet. That's weird. Hellfire Studios, always a continuing supporter of Goof On. Good friend of the show. And great art. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. It's all you. It's. Oh, never mind. So Lantonio, it says here, is a member for 4 months, but we know it's longer than that. It's just, I think something happened. You had to come back. Thank you for your continuing support. Also, William Bridges, 7 months. Grazie. Mucho gusto. Grazie. And who's this person? Dan Bub for 8 months. That's when I started the memberships, right? Thank you, guys. Hey, yeah, appreciate the memberships. Continuing. You guys are unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. And you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm done saying what I'm going to do. Because I never do it. I found out that if I don't say anything, I do stuff. So I'm not saying anything, and you might see a video tonight pop up somewhere. It'll probably happen. Well, I can't now. I twisted my knee wrong. Like I went to go move it, and my foot, the shoe had such a good sole on the bottom, and the mats that they have in the gym are real grippy, because of old people. I guess I'm old. I go to move, my foot doesn't want to go. Oh my God, I heard something like a pencil go, like it was, like that, like a pencil, but really, like you could barely hear it. Oh, thanks, Hellfire Studios. Thanks for the continuing support. I don't know why I said, oh yeah, because I made a face and I grunted. Yeah, so I really hurt my knee. It'll be fine though. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. All right, roll call. Stu Gerson, welcome to the show. Throwing down a $1 super dono right at the beginning of the show. The mighty Stu Gerson. His heart can take all your hearts at once and make them beat in unison. Stu Gerson, everybody. Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Stu. Stu used to get that every night. No wonder why he doesn't come around as often. No, thank you for the support. You've been around forever, man. 3 years, right? I appreciate your support, man. I do. Thank you very much for everything. Hey, all the good time we had together. Like, we were like brother or cousin. Maybe a third cousin. I barely know you, okay? Thanks, Stu. Mucho gusto, generoso. Grazie. Grazie. Wasn't there a yellow? Yellow! Lantonio. Uh-oh. Lantonio, you did it. I can't. Hold on. Lantonio, thank you very much for the... We round up here at Goof On. I know some shows don't like to round up, but we round up to the closest penny dollar. Whatever. $10, Lantonio, throwing it down, a continuing supporter of Goof On. Supported hugely to the show over the last few weeks. Thank you for that. Hope you're feeling better. And that's a lot of love right there. Appreciate it, man. Lantonio, everybody. And welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Thanks, man. What does Fox say? Number 7, welcome to the show. Bernie Muro with a $1 super dono. That's right. No emoji face. No comment. Pure love. Throwing down the super donos. Because I don't know much, but I know I'm Muro. Oh, Come on. That was worth $1. I'll buy that for $1. I can't believe you just did that. You just made me remember watching. What the frick was that stupid movie? RoboCop. I watched the first and the second one yesterday while I was dead. Thank you, Bernie. I was dead. I died. It was a good one. That was a good death. Bernie Muro, continuing supporter of GoFund. Who else is here? Moody Mungo. Oh. Moody Mungo. I didn't see that. Can you flash that one back at us there, Coraland? There, Coraland. Mike Johnson throwing down the $7 Canadian. Hey, Vinny. What? Where? Why? Vinny Barbarino. Hey, this is Vinny Barbarino. Remember that show? Welcome back, Cotter. Freddie Boom Boom Washington. Juan Epstein. Horshack. Stupid show. Frickin' Gabe Kaplan. My mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law, dated him. Dated Gabe Kaplan. Yeah. That's all we ever heard. Every Thanksgiving. Oh, I dated Gabe Kaplan when I was something. I was a young girl. Oh, well, I didn't do the BJs, so, those Hollywood types. Oh, no. These lips are for food only. And that is not a sausage. That's what she would say. I can say that now. She's dead. Mike Johnson throwing down the $7. I don't know why it went on that. Are we doing it? Thank you very much. That's a mucho gusto generoso too. I'm lost. Vinny. What am I supposed to? Oh yeah, Vinny Bag of Donuts. I'm lost right now. I am. I'm lost. I know. I want to do something here, and it ain't easy because I want to sneak something on, and I can't sneak it on. It's like I gotta see it, and I don't want to see it, and then you're gonna see it, and I don't want you to see it because I want a surprise, but I can't do the surprise because it's the way it is. And now I can't find it. You know what I mean? Here we go. You see, this isn't right.
Okay.
Oh, your sister's got no teeth. No teeth.
Can you look too? Hold up.
Like, this is what I want to play. That's what I wanted to play. Unbelievable. Oh, that's not it either. That's not it. That's not it. There it is. Unbelievable.
Anybody seen Richie? Huh? I'm gonna keep coming back until somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Don't tell him I'm here. Don't. He's gone. Okay. Hope you heard it. I don't know, man. Thanks, Mike. Mucho gusto, generoso. Hexen. Oh, I didn't see that. Don Mofo throwing down a $2 super dono as well. Thank you, Don Mofo. How could I do a Don Mofo super chat, super dono without doing that? Thank you very much for the $2. I was going to say £2, but it's $2. I could say £2. A continuing supporter of GoFund as well. Mucho gusto, everybody. Grazie. And I know I'm getting that. I'm getting to the messages. And also earlier today, I'm just going to say it because, Thorsten supported GoFund on PayPal. Thank you very much. And Nathan just did $2 on PayPal as well, saying all the comedy. Gosh! Thanks, guys. All right. I know, right? All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. And didn't Lisa have one? I know Lisa put down a super chat. Where is that one? I didn't do it already. I know we didn't. I remember seeing Lisa have a super chat, right? Am I right? Let me go back a little further because I can go back further. than you, Coral. I can go all the way to the beginning. So let's see. Because I was about to say something about it, and then I think another one popped up, and I think it was right here. Huh. Here it is. There it is. Lisa B with the $5 Happy Thanksgiving to everyone super chat. Love you, goof. Hey! Love you too, man. I'm sorry. Love you too, ma'am. I know. Who wants to be a ma'am or a sir? All right. Thanks, lady. Lisa B, thank you very much. Very generous around the holidays. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Continuing supporter of Goof On too. All right. And Unknown Sender, welcome to the show. Woods Elf, welcome to the show. Guys, I'm just going to say hello to everybody at one time. Welcome to the show. I'm not going to do a roll call because we've already gone a little longer into this opening. And we just got, oh my God, another PayPal from Lantonio. Oh. Hold on, he wrote something. Okay. Oh, wow. That Lantonio, really? $50. Thank you very much, brother. He says, glad to be here, support my favorite YouTube show, and other stuff I'll keep between us. He tells me to buy protection from Steven Seagal. Yeah, no doubt. I will. From Ziegfugel? Are you telling me I should snap it zippy to Ziegfugel Sportswear? Ziegfugel is wearing the all-natural. Oh, that was awful. I can't do that. I need to come up with a better. Did I? Holy shit. Why is it orange? It should be different. It should be reddish. Lisa, that's am I reading that correctly? Because the color is wrong. 50? Yep, it should be an orange. Like it's red on YouTube, but it's orange on StreamYard. And I don't like that stuff. I want it to be the right color because it looks cool. Thank you very much, Lisa. You are really unbelievably, guys. You really, really, thank you for the support. And we still are going to St. Augustine. I'm definitely going to St. Augustine third week in December to go meet the Cousins brothers. Then I'll shoot back home. It's only a 2-hour drive. Then I'll shoot back home for Christmas and then go hang out with them for, a couple more days, several. Yeah, we're going to be doing some good things down there. Lisa, that is seriously, guys, Lantonio and everybody, thank you very much. Let me just throw this out in celebratory thanks. I mean, what? Thank you, everybody, for the super support to Goof On at Goof. All over the universe. And then some. And Rebecca as well. Rebecca also throwing down $5 to PayPal. Thank you very much. Oh, she says, a good all over Thanksgiving at Goof On. Very good. I like the way you did it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I see what you said. I only cry in the shower. It hides the tears, says Greg O'Brien. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Oh, no, don't say that. Makes you weak. What are you, weak? What are you going to do in front of all these? I'm sorry. I had a flashback. It's okay, guy. It's okay. Greg O'Brien throwing down a $10. All about the love. All about the love. No crying in the shower. By the way, there is crying in ufology. I've seen Lou Elizondo cry. Yeah. We did. Greg, thank you very much. Greg O'Brien, everybody. Mucho gusto generoso. Continuing supporter of GoFund. You've been coming around a while, too. I know at least a year, Greg. Thanks, man. Cookie? Oh, I'm sorry. There was another one? Heather Betty! It's Heather Betty! $2. Messaged you on Facebook about the trip. Forgot your email. Oh, well, my email's in the show description on every show, but it's I'll look at it. Yeah, I didn't know. Well, now I'm a little. Well, all right, I'll take a look. Really? You sent me something? See, it doesn't show me that you did. Let's see, real quick. Just real quick, everybody. It's a 2-hour show. I can go longer tonight. I already worked out. See, I don't see any message from you on Facebook Messenger. Hold on. Oh, there it is, I think. Wait. Yeah, I don't see it. All right. Thank you very much. I'll keep looking. I've got a bunch that I haven't checked on yet. I was going to say hit people back up, but thanks, Heather Birdie. You are very sweet and a continuing supporter of GoFund as well. Mucho gusto, generoso. Well, that's it. That was a good show. I mean, my goodness, you guys. Thank you. All right. Okay. So, yeah. I do want to talk about you see, the government, we give them shit for not giving us what they know, whatever evidence or proof they have that shows the existence of another species from another planet, perhaps, or their technology that we found in an archaeological dig site, or maybe a crash site, or maybe just a visit amongst the stars between blue planet and red planet. But they can't. They can't do that. Conundrum. Thank you, man. That's a Canadian $2. Yes, CA's for Canada. Thank you, Will Carr from Will Carnundrum. Carnundrum. Grazie. A mucho gusto, generoso. A super dono is why you do. Grazie. Grazie. This is a weird night. It is very odd. It's a very odd night for me. Maybe for you, it's just an old run-of-the-mill. But for me, this is a weird freaking night. This is a weird night. So let's keep going. Man, I can't. All right, let's talk about this real quick. I was talking about the government, right? Since 1947, we know that they've been putting the kibosh on showing us anything. We pay them to do that. You know that, right? Yeah, we pay them to show us stuff, but we also pay them to protect us. And alien technology by itself is scary. They could have made it from different elements that aren't here on Earth that we haven't discovered yet. There could be a whole shebang of stuff that we haven't even, you know what I mean? It's out there waiting to be found. Guarantee it. There's something out there that's harder than diamond and harder than granite, obviously, but you know what I mean? That can somehow cut rock to an edge that if you rubbed your finger, you'd cut yourself. And that's only 5,000 years ago. The rocks are still sharp. How's that even possible, you ask? Oh, well, that's all they did back in the day. They had that technology. Well, maybe they did. Well, where'd they get it from? And why can't we find those tools? Well, we found a few things that look like they could have been, should have been. We don't know. But the government's hiding everything. Governments. And I think the U.S. is the lead when it comes to containing and hiding UFO evidence. I think they are, somehow I think that they're the leaders in that. It is weird. With all of the sightings that are over the U.S., it makes us look bad. I mean, makes us look stupid. Because the rest of the world sees that 80% of the UFO sightings reported are from the United States. And the rest of the world, well, you can still see the grass from a satellite picture. Over here, you come to the United States, you got pins all over the place, man. It's disgusting. Oh, yeah, sure. I know what you're going to say. It's because we've got the technology. We've got that alien-looking technology. That's what it is, right? Would you agree with that? We have, even if we don't have the funding, we've got the funding to do anything we want. I say we, I mean black budget programs, anything they want, contract A, B, and C, see who comes up with it, and D is the winner, right? You hire these companies to try to back engineer this alien technology, see if you can come up with a way it can work. And call us when you have an answer. If you don't have an answer, let me know at the end of the week what you came up with, and we'll move forward. And that's the black budget projects. They get all that technology that we're seeing in the sky, I believe. Obviously. But why would the government, at this point, well, in the last couple of years anyway, why did they come out and say, we believe that these are real? They didn't say it. They said the videos are real, but the videos are real. But are those real UFOs? Yeah, let's just imagine they're not playing with us with those words, even though they are. Let's just, for the sake of the argument, they know what they're doing. Why would they do that? Why would they get us all excited? Oh, you think it's to get that Arrow office? You think it's for that? Really? It is, but it isn't. But why get the office? What does the office give us that we didn't have before? That's what I want to know. ATIP and OSAP, whatever, did their thing. They're gone. They're done with, right? So who's there? Who's in the government now tracking and documenting all of these UFOs that are a threat to you and I? Well, now we got the office, but you think it's just because of that? You think it's because of unidentified aerial phenomenon or UFOs, however you want to acronym it? Acronym it. That sounded awful. David Wilcox throwing down a Canadian $10 spot. When people claim something exists, there's always people that say they've seen it. Why is that? Always. Even if they didn't see it, they saw it. Yeah. I love it. Hey, got any proof there, Johnny? Nah. Couldn't take a phone out. But you saw? that craft that looked like that triangle. Oh, yeah, it was beautiful. Wish you could have been there. Yeah, me too, John. Me too. Yeah. But the government is lying because they needed that office to go do their dirty work in all parts of the world. David Wilcox, always a continuing supporter of Goof On. Good friend of the show. Thank you very much. You guys are unbelievable tonight. Mucho gusto, generoso. Hey, what's up, Lunar Sparkles? Bob Birkins, the shirtless wonder. Carlin! Shoddy, Brian, Corky, Ozzy Tiger, Brett S. What's up, everybody? I'm just seeing who's here. John Darwin. What do you say? How do you be? If we've tried before and it's been successful, if you have a question for me, type it in all caps and oral. Yeah, Oral's gonna check out your question there, and she'll see if it's a worthy question, and will give it to me in a private chat. Then I'll throw it out. We'll talk about it. So if you have any questions, well, no, you know what? Forget that. Hold on to that. I forgot. At the end of the show, the last 30 minutes, I'm trying this out. The last 30 minutes of every show for a while, I'm going to try it until it doesn't work anymore. I'm opening up the welcome so you guys can come in for the last 30, 40 minutes of the show. I may not do it every night, but I'm going to try to. Only because sometimes I just get on a roll and start talking about stuff, and that's that. So I'm going to try it because I liked it when we talked before, and I was doing that and having you guys come in. So let's do it again. Instead of just doing it on a Tuesday and Thursday, I could do it every night. So I'm going to try it, see how it works. All right? All right. So with this trust issue we have with the government, we now see, because you know what the threat was. The threat was these UFOs flying in unrestricted airspace with impunity, and according to Corbel, people were shooting at them as recently as 2.5 months ago. Yeah, we like that shooting at UFOs. Yeah. No news came down the pipeline. CNN would have loved that story. I tell you that one, or MSNBC. Anybody would have loved that. We just got it reported from, is this right? Am I looking at this? Tehran? It says here that American military forces have taken offense and shot at unidentified flying objects. Here it says they saw them come in from the northwest at, is this right? 17,000 miles an hour, stop on a dime, spin around, and they saw an alien give the middle finger. So they shot at it. Nothing happened. Reports are coming in, and we'll let you know. Hey, Joe K, what's your thoughts on JFK? He's dead. What do you want from me? What kind of show is this? JFK? I shouldn't even be saying those initials on the show. I am not going to say. To me, back and to the left. I think it's possible that 3 different groups all took shots at the same time. One from the grassy knoll, one from the suppository, and one from the grass on the other side from the manhole cover. And maybe that driver turned around. What was that about? Right? That would have been the way to go. Oh, bing, bing. I'm driving. Bing, bing. Nobody can see me. Bing, bing. Got a good shot off. He's right there. He's 5 feet away. Best guy to do it. I don't know, man. I'm stumped, Joe K. Good question. Unfortunately, I'm not focused on that, but my memory tells me from watching a lot of movies and reading a lot of things that something happened. Thank you for the $2.79, $2.80 from it's Canadian. Mucho gusto, generoso. You got me thinking. I can't think. All right. So with that being said about the threat, and then I was saying for years, what was I saying? What was I saying? It's China. China. The threat is China drones because they're leaps and bounds much further ahead in the drone department than the United States. And then this today, or yesterday, was it? I think this was today with the Rubio. Oh, Stephen Green. Oh, this is great. I love the theater. So here it says drones over DC. Senators alarmed over potential Chinese spy threat. So I read this, right? And your mother's got 19 harpoons. So if you read the story, you would find out that there were over 100 drones that have flown over DC the last several months, right? Isn't that what it says? Well, it says that somewhere in here. It does. Hundreds of Chinese manufactured drones have been detected in restricted airspace over Washington in recent months, a trend that national security agencies fear could become a new means for foreign espionage. The recreational drones made by Chinese company DJI, the best ever, which are designed with geofencing restrictions to keep them out of sensitive locations, are being manipulated by users with simple workarounds to fly over no-go zones around the nation's capital. Now, they're just buying other drones, not just DJI. Stop this. See, they're trying to pin it on China. That's what they're doing right here. This is the threat. The threat's China. Well, that's what they're saying. But what if it really is UFOs and it's not drones at all? But they're pinning it on China because they have such excellent drone technology. That's not out of the realm of a possibility. Hey, Joe K, Canadian, $7, with it being the anniversary and the papers still being restricted. I can't see the UFO papers being released either. Sorry for stopping your show. You didn't stop the show. You're keeping it going. Thank you very much. Yeah, the support keeps us here. Keeps me going here every day. So you're not stopping it. You're keeping the show here, everybody. And plus, I put the extra time on at the end of the show for any time that's gone towards super chat thank yous and all that. But I understand, yeah. But I really didn't pay attention that much. When they came out with the Kevin Costner movie, JFK, I watched that. And then since then, I was satisfied. I'm like, it seems legit to me. I wish I knew more. Someday, maybe. That part of history makes me sad. It seemed like a good time America was going through. Yeah. I don't know. I was just born. Thanks, Joe K. Mucho gusto, generoso again. Appreciate it. That's right, Cookie Monster. That's what they're doing. They're pinning this on China. What they're doing, they're setting it up. They're setting it up to get China involved somehow. Here's the deal. If it isn't China, they're going to blame it on China. Right? If it's UFO, they can't blame it on UFOs. They just can't. We're done with playing that game. We're done. The Lou Elizondo, all this stuff, and, feels like there's an acceleration of information that's coming, disclosures right around the corner. It's not. They put the lid back on. So they even took back some of the things they said were UFOs and UFO videos. So one step forward, two steps back again. You get to see something. You get an idea of what the government is doing, and then they take it away from you. It's what they did. They did it twice in the last couple of years. Off-world vehicles, then they retracted it. The 3 videos, now they retracted it. It's garbage, drones, and whatever. Now they're saying this. Commerce and Intelligence Committees on the Development, 3 people privy to the meeting said, about the federal officials and drone industry experts have delivered classified briefings to the Senate Homeland Security, Commerce, and Intelligence Committees on the development, 3 people privy to the meeting said. A spokesperson for the Intelligence Committee, which has been kept closely apprised of the counterintelligence risks, declined to comment on the briefings. The other 2 committees did not respond. This story is based on interviews with 7 government officials, lawmakers, congressional staffers, and contractors. They were granted anonymity because they are not authorized to speak publicly about private and sometimes classified discussions involving government officials. The officials say they do not believe the swarms are directed by the Chinese government. Yet the violations by users mark a new turn in the proliferation of relatively cheap but increasingly sophisticated drones that can be used for recreation and commerce. They also come as Congress debates extending current federal authorities and adopting new ones to track the aerial vehicles as potential security threats. My drone, I had to get it, signed up with the FAA. And anytime I fly my drone, they see what I see. Everything. Every picture I take, every video, where I'm going, how high, how fast, they see it all. You really shouldn't do anything wrong with those DJI drones. There's a video here, and I don't think I need to play that. But I'm just, because Marco Rubio, he's the one who introduced legislation in February to add DJI to a Federal Communications Commission list, designating it as a national security threat. My God, I shouldn't, and I won't. But Rubio's the one who put those things, those restrictions and guidelines on the drones and all that other stuff. That's what it said. All right, let's see if this is a video I could play. All right, this is good. Let's do this. It started, but it's not doing anything. Oh, it's 40 minutes. Yeah. All right. I don't know what I'm going to get out of that. But we are a private company. We don't take any money from the Chinese government. DJI is active in ensuring that we should be at the forefront of regulations that are coming out about the drone industry, she said, because we're really passionate about flight safety. The FAA says more than 870,000 drones are registered in the United States. 3 times the number of piloted aircraft. Oh my God. And it estimates that 2.3 million unmanned aerial systems, about 1.5 million recreational drones and model aircraft, and 800,000 commercial drones will be registered to fly in the U.S. by 2024. That's nuts. That's almost 1 million drones flying around. Wow. Woo! Do you know I could fly right over your house? And in Arizona, I have to be 50 feet above your tallest tree. That's what I think it said. 50 feet. That's nothing with the zoom camera on that drone in HD 4K. Ugh. Man. I wish I had a drone when I was a kid. I tell you, if I had a cell phone, the way I would have, it would have been a very different Richie G. It would have been a very different life. All right. So they're pinning it on, this is what I think is happening. I have a feeling if that UFO report comes out, there might be some mention of China for some reason. I don't know why. But if there is, if they mention China in any way, in a negative light, there may be something on the horizon that that may be able to propel us into disclosure. Because you know the only way that's going to happen is if our government does the false flag alien invasion. And that's been talked about for decades, right? And to do something like that would have to be the most perfectly planned and perfectly executed event of all time. False event. They would have to make it look as real as we're here right now. It would have to look like that without any glitches. If they're going to be bringing in this technology, this, holographic technology, can't be glitching out. If a plane flies this way, I don't want to see a third of the object disappear, Yeah, they have to do it right. And it also makes you wonder if we already have the alien technology to do the fake war. Like, we could actually fly, learn how to fly their technology, take down a couple of airplanes, mock airplanes, whatever. And then we say we shot it down, the UFO got shot down, and then we recover it. And then that's how everything gets started. That would be a good way. That'd be a good way. We shot down one of these UFOs. We're at war with aliens. It would be all over the TV. People would lose their freaking minds. It can't happen. If there's a false flag alien invasion, you thought the riots were bad 2 years ago? Everything would come to a standstill because there'd be too much violence. People would lose their mind. They will, just because people have talked about it for so long. And that's what people expect people to do. So because that expectation is that the world is going to go crazy, instead of saying, because they're going by the War of the Worlds radio show from 1930 freaking 9 or whenever it was, man. It's like freaking 80 years ago. Get over it. Get over it. It's been generations. We've come a long way since War of the Worlds. They've invented television. Yeah, since then. They didn't even have TV back then. Of course, people were jumping out of their freaking... And by the way, those stories were exaggerated. Yeah, there were some people that got a little robust when they found out. But what do you expect? What do you expect? They don't know. Nobody knows. They rely on what's on the radio in the 30s. That's how they got their news. They didn't have TV. Times are different. Times are more dangerous. And people are stupid. Individuals, fine. But get them in a group and get people amped up talking about the aliens are going to take over the world. they're going to, then they're posting all this shit on Facebook and Twitter. Let's go to Area 51 and rush it. That's where they're keeping the secrets. Everybody goes down there. Oh, yeah, they tried that once. Didn't happen, did it? People chickened out. I think like 8 people showed up. Something. For disclosure to happen, it's going to take a legitimate UFO sighting. And it doesn't even have to be from somebody we know. I would rather it be from somebody I've never seen before. Who's been working on his family's farm for 50 years, maybe 40 years, not that old, maybe 60-year-old guy. Maybe he found the alien. Maybe he found the UFO. There's people out there holding on to that Roswell shit. I know that Roswell, if that was a legitimate crash or two, right? There were 2 crash sites with the Roswell one. There's got to be people who pocketed some of that stuff. I don't care how scared people are or were. Somebody had the balls to take something, a piece, maybe a little tiny piece that fit in their pocket. I never heard of any soldiers getting searched. They didn't have wands back then to run metal detectors over people. They didn't have that stuff. I'm telling you, there's pieces out there. There's video evidence. The public, you would think after all this time, with all the pictures that have been taken, all the evidence that people say they captured on video, and all those things, that nothing adds up. Nobody has that. Nobody has good evidence. I've got some cool videos. People out there got some cool stuff, but there's probably a mundane explanation for it. Well, Third Phase of Moon had Tim Burchett on. Burchett. Sounds like I said Burchett. Tim Burchett on 2 nights ago. What a great interview, by the way. And I'm going to play portions of it here. I got to tell you, Tim Burchett, he's really laying it out there, isn't he? If you haven't seen this interview, you're going to love it. I can't believe the things he's saying, to be honest. Really. I'm telling you, nobody's ever said the things that this guy's saying in Congress about Congress. You know what I mean? If you haven't seen this, it's really good. I'm going to play it now. Man, I'm going to play it for a few minutes. There's some really great things that are said here. So I'll play a good portion of it, but not the whole thing. It's 38 minutes long. I may play 5 minutes. Relax, enjoy. Goof on tonight. Enjoy. A little Third Phase of Moon and Tim Burchett. Madonna mia. Relax. This is important. Okay, shh. It's on. It's good stuff.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We're back with Congressman Tim Burchett. People got a lot of questions. What happened to the UFO report? It's been promised to us. The deadline has passed, and so far, still nothing. Let's get to it. Tim, what's up with it? Why haven't we gotten the report? People have been saying that it's past the deadline. It's kind of unconstitutional that we're not getting this report that it's promised to us. What's happening?
First of all, they trusted Congress. I mean, why would you trust a bunch that has been responsible for covering this up since the late 40s?
Exactly.
Since Roswell, or the federal government has, and then as a branch of it, the United States Congress. I mean, it's like military intelligence or something. It's just not congressional integrity. It's just not going to happen. It's so deep, and the cover up is so wide and broad that I think it's just continuing, and this is just further proof of that. They put out that bogus report that you and I could have written on a cocktail napkin,
It's interesting, right? That just recently now the DoD is stating that all these videos were just basically nothing except airborne trash in most cases, or just simply drones. Why were they hyping it up as something so unknown, maybe something hostile in nature, but now they're just coming forward and saying, oh, don't worry about it. It's just mundane stuff like trash or drones. What's up with this?
I think you had some people that were honestly trying to put the truth out, and then the higher ups, the people in charge, the string pullers, they shut it down. That's what I think it is 100%. I just think this furthers the talk of a cover up, and it should, because it's exactly what it is. We are experiencing, I feel like possibly the biggest story of our lifetimes.
So what's the cover up? What's the cover up? And I think after I play this segment, I'm going to open up the invite and have you guys comment on this. So if you're interested in talking about this, you can talk about anything you want. But I will be opening up the invite when we're done here in about 15 minutes with this segment. And then we're going to talk about anything you want. But it's interesting that he's saying it's a cover up. It's not that the government, the government is saying what? Did they come out and say anything at all? I know people are saying that they heard this and they heard that. It's delayed because they're making changes.
And it's just kind of being brushed aside. And they're hoping that the American public will, as I've stated many times, we want our pizzas in 30.
And this is what I'm saying. Why go through the last 5 years trying to make us believe in them? Why? So they can get that signature, those signatures, to get that arrow office at the Pentagon within the DoD. That's all this was for. That's all the last 5 years was for. And then once Lou got what he wanted, he went off on other ventures, Space Force and Galileo Project and whatnot, planting his seed of doubt to the gullible, unknowing. All right, let's continue with this because this is just getting started. Whoops. Sorry.
30 minutes or less, and that's about our attention span. And I think that's what they're counting on. They're counting on us just losing interest and it going away.
Do you think it's working?
I do. I really do. It frustrates me. Surprised me. Just the interest and the number of calls I've gotten has decreased. I mean, your hardcore folks are going to be keep going after it, but they're used to it. They're used to being treated like this. But it's the whole thing is bogus, man. I mean, we got hosed in the original report, and the hosing is continuing, I guess. For like phrase. And I would hope that maybe some of the new members of Congress and the public, for instance, I've said, call your congressperson, say, hey, I want this report. Call, and I suspect some of them do it, but the vast majority will not. I don't know. It's an easy thing to do. You can send an email.
The whole thing was a lie. From the day Lou stepped foot onto that stage with TTSA and made himself known to the rest of us, from now until the end of this journey we're all on. Doesn't that make you a little angry? Doesn't it? It should. It makes me really upset. It's not personal, but you almost take it personally because all you want to do is try to get the truth out and do the right thing. And then comes along somebody who's in the government, who is a paid professional liar, gets together with 5 other professional liars in the government, the all-star team of TTSA, and then when they break up the band, they all go their own ways. But generally are keeping the same narrative together. That was the threat narrative. Now that the threat is gone, they got the office so they can report on things and they can go to other countries under the guise of the government and really try to find out what they have as far as their technology. Who's really got the secret Wunderweapon? Who's got that wonder weapon? Wunderwaffen? Die Glocke?
Just get on record. And I think that's part of it too. People in my position are afraid of the issue, afraid being called out. But like I've stated many times, I mean, what got me started in the national spotlight on this issue, I've always been a follower of the issue and a believer in it. But, you know, when I said that more people believe in UFOs and believe in Congress on TMZ, and then I printed a crazy T-shirt on my website.
You see, you know what Tim Burchett would have to do and Rubio? They would have to find the people, and there's a lot of Christians, a lot of religious people that are in Congress, in our government. So when you're talking to them and you need their signature on something and you mention UFOs, you know, they're going to give you that, like, what? And then they're going to say, well, there's a threat out there. Here's the da-da-da-da-da. If you could sign here, oh, well, I don't really believe that we should be talking about this. We shouldn't even be looking into that. I think it's a waste of time. I think that they would come, you know, they would have that kind of rebuff from other people in government. It's not that easy to just bring out the evidence. Just bring it out. Come on, government, get it out of here. Because you know, all of the stuff that we want to see, we're not going to be able to see it. Because everything that was probably going to be released on the 31st of October, and it didn't, the stuff in there was probably too revealing. Or maybe there were some things in there that they said, wow, if we put this in there, we're really opening up Pandora's box, which is what we hope they do, which is what they're making sure they don't, not even by accident. And I think that whole report has probably been rewritten in a language. Well, we'll have to see, because I don't know which way the government's going right now. Right now, we're in limbo. Like, what's their angle? Like, why does the government even care about a UFO report? See, that's where we're at. They don't give a shit. And by law, that was, who's going to be held responsible? Nobody. So they can do what they want. And when it comes to UFOs, they just laugh. We're still going to get that. And nobody wants, Tim Burchett just said, they don't want to be recognized as the UFO person. Paraphrasing here, but people get ridiculed to this day. Even though the government came out and said, you know, we believe in UFOs. We believe that there was, we believe. For a moment in time, the government admitted off-world vehicles. For a moment. That's what I remember. That's the way I'm going to remember ufology when I go. They said off-world vehicles.
It was selling out. So, you know, I mean, I think the public is there. It's just that they're going to lose their attention. And it's, and the powers that be know that. I think they'll continue to do what they're doing with other issues. I mean, for goodness sakes, we haven't even gotten the Kennedy files out yet. And that's just, to me, is just an indictment on the arrogance of Washington, D.C. and the folks in power.
You know, it's interesting because over the past couple of years, maybe about 2 or 3 years, there's been these talking heads that have come into the UFO community, basically, you know, on YouTube, Twitter, and saying that they're going to destroy ufology, such of the likes of like Lou Elizondo. I know you
armed. They told me I was going to get to ask a question.
Vehicle that shows anything.
Here we go.
To you that is extraordinary, that proves that there's an existence of some kind of life form not of this earth, operating some kind of vehicle that is high in propulsion, meta propulsion, that we're unaware of. Have you seen anything specific? Not going into detail, but
that's all right. No, I don't go to those meetings. because there again, if I go to one of those meetings, and I'm not invited a lot of it, honestly.
Have they denied you access?
Oh, absolutely. Intelligence committee. You're not on the intelligence committee. You don't get invited. I was at that meeting that kind of was supposed to blow the lid off of it. And it was just I said, we got hosed when they had the two gentlemen who didn't know anything about the issue that are heading up whatever they're heading up for the intelligence committee.
Scott Bray.
And that was a very rare committee meeting that they did not hold in secret. And, and I asked, they told me I was going to get to ask a question. And then when it was about my time, I got a text from one of the members and said, in fact, no, you will not be able to ask a question. So the whole thing is just, it's just very frustrating. It's just a huge cover up. You'd think you get to Congress, you could probably find out some of these things.
I want to know who is responsible for this cover up. He would have to have a name, right? Don't you think he would have a name of somebody that's responsible for the cover up? I saw an article. No, hold on. Somebody sent me a video today, and it was on Rumble. Couldn't play this on YouTube. But they were talking about there's 38 people that make decisions for all 8 billion of us. The secret cabal or whatever. Get off your ass. Do something. Come on. You already ruined the planet. I mean, you know what I mean. Everything's chaos right now. It feels like it. Yeah. Why would they want to disclose aliens? Why would they want to do it anyway? They can't. And to be honest with you, I could care less about this UFO report. I didn't even read the last one. I didn't even care. Don't care. Everything that's going to be in this report is already public information. They already told us that. Nothing new is coming out. So why? Who cares? Seriously, who cares? When it comes out, it'll just be like, something extra that we could talk about for a few days. And then after that, but Burchett's talking about a cover-up. And I want to know who does he think is covering it up? Can he say that? Can he give a name? There's more than one.
But in fact, no, there's several more layers. And honestly, people like me don't get on the intelligence committee that are going to rock.
Elected, but are we wasting our time asking these questions from our government from here on out?
No, but if enough people did, I think you'd see a change. But the problem is that, so we've been talking about this since Roswell or before, but that the cover up has been so long and it's so compartmentalized. And I always go back to this. I live here in Knoxville, but in Oak Ridge National Laboratory is backed up to I don't represent that district, but over 6,000 people that work out there live here. When I was first running for office, there was still, my dad was a World War II veteran, but there's a lot of people that worked there during the Second World War and they developed the bomb. And they honestly did not know what they were doing. They compartmentalized it so well. And they did it so confined that they could not, that nobody knew what the heck the other person was. Men and women married didn't know what their spouse was doing because of national security interests and the way they did it. Nowadays, though, everybody's got a dadgum cell phone. Everybody's looking for a bestseller or a quote on Twitter or something. So it's harder to keep the secrets. But I think that most of the people that knew this stuff have passed away, and I don't think, and I think those secrets have died with them, and that they passed along something, but they don't know what precluded it, if that makes any sense. And so I think that material or craft or whatever they are have been passed on and are in somewhere in the business community in some of the top echelons of their research, and they in fact do not know what they're working on, other than they're working on something to do something, and they don't know where the material came from or where. And I've actually talked to people like that. I've talked to scientists that have stated, in fact, they're not sure what they're working on came from or what it's about. All they know is they're trying to get to this point from where they're at, and they're using that to get there. And so, and I've talked to former military pilots who told me they think it's a skunk works operation, but they don't know if it's something that we obtained somewhere and are trying to develop it elsewhere. And I said, how many people would it take? He said, probably take around 100 or so. But that, to me, that's just hard to keep that secret. So I go back to the original premise. I think it is something that has come from outer space, and that if anybody knows enough about it, they're keeping it to themselves.
Imagine you're working at the facility and you're working there as a scientist, and out of nowhere, they bring in this unbelievable technology and they tell you to figure out how it works. Oh, and by the way, you can't talk about this to anyone. If you do, the full force of the law will be thrown at you, or whatever. You know what they say. I wouldn't talk about it. But, there's always people out there. Let's say you're talking about 100, 150 people working on these projects. Just one project here, one thing there, and eventually they piece it all together, and voila, you put together a Frankenstein ship. You would think that somebody would whistleblow it, right? I mean, they don't have old people working on this shit. They've got young minds, fresh, free thinking, open the mind, take some LSD and figure it out. They don't have some old people working on this stuff. So they're getting people that are young, most likely in their 30s, right? Physical peaks, maybe, so they can withstand and be in tip-top physical and mental shape to work on something that is an alien technology. Alien technology. And even if somebody did go to the newspaper and say, hey, I got a whistleblower here who wants to tell me that they've been working on this metamaterial and they want to blow the cover off of it. Well, a story like that, you need to have evidence to back it up. So they come to you with all that evidence. Somehow, some way, that's going to go to the people in the know, and they're going to put a stop to it, depending how fast that story gets out. If you think of Phil Schneider, think of him. That guy was working, right? He was working for the government. He gets lowered into a hole. If you just take the story for what he said it was. And then next thing you know, he sees these alien creatures milling around down in a tunnel. He starts shooting. Next thing you know, he's going around America giving these speeches and winds up dead, talking about aliens. And he winds up dead. Even though the guy had some mental issues. And I don't think, from what I heard, that he lost his fingers and that scar in his chest from the alien fight. I think it was an accident or something. Anyway, I forget. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't remember anything anymore. If you want to watch the rest of the Tim Burchett video, I'll put the link in the show description. It is very interesting what they get into as well. So I do recommend listening to the last 20 minutes of that or the whole thing, because I skipped around, you know. There was one part I did want to play, and I think it's here. Let me see.
I think they're attached, I guess.
Here we go.
Can't we raid one of these high-end being suppressed from the public that kind of would maybe mimic the Tic Tac or some of these otherworldly craft? What would it take to maybe possibly, do like what they just did to this poor guy in Nevada and raided his place? Why can't we raid one of these high-end corporations like Skunk Works and see what they have in their assets? Would that be possible?
I think it's a hand-in-glove symbiotic relationship, I guess, between the corporate world and our federal government. I just don't think I think they're attached, I guess. And so I don't know how you'd even go about that. You'd have to have a pinpoint of where it's at, and you'd have to have a federal court that would be sympathetic to your cause, and you'd have to have a reason to have that. And just say it doesn't exist and we know it exists. There would have to be, I suspect, some sort of criminal activity that you would have to investigate, or they lie about it. And all they have to do is say we're not allowed to comment on that.
That's it. You can watch the rest of that on Third Phase of Moon, or click the link in the show description. I'll put that in the show description as soon as the show ends. Hey, I put the link out there if you want to join the show and talk about what we talked about tonight, or if you have something else you want to talk about that is relevant to the topic, a new sighting. Although I do have a sighting I want to play for you. Let me pull this up here. I thought I had this. Let's see. If you want to join the show, click the link. Where is that? Join the show with the pinned link. There it is. Jammer Travels. Throwing down a $5 super chat. Gobble till ya wobble. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. At guys all over turkeys. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Jammer Travels, and a happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Mucho gusto, Thanksgiving turkey so. Generoso. Thank you very much. JT in the house, throwing it down day before Thanksgiving. I can't believe it's Thanksgiving. It does feel like Thanksgiving. Jammer Travels, mucho gusto, el generoso. Doesn't it? All right. If you want to join me here and talk about something that has got your mind moving and shaking about, it's not demons. It's not demons. It's not demons. So, is it this?
Saying is basically, yes, there are these massively intelligent entities out there, but they're not good, they're not evil. They just don't give a shit about you even in the slightest. The same way that you don't care about an ant is the same way they're not going to care about you. And these things that we're summoning into the world now are not demons, they're not evil, but they're more like the Lovecraftian great old ones. There are entities that are not necessarily going to be aligned with what we want. So this transition is really, really massively important for our entire species to navigate. And going back to that thing that Sam Harris was saying, nobody is paying attention. This thing is happening in the background while people bicker about politics and what's going to be in the healthcare plan in the US. And underneath it all is this rising tsunami. Saying is based.
You know, people love to think there's a rising tsunami of paranormal and ufological entities that are coming to Earth And boy, they're going to show us. And this guy, who's this? Geordie Rose, inventor of the quantum computer, talking about how he's summoning super intelligent entities from parallel universes to help create AI here on Earth, or provide them with a robot where these entities can reside and technically live in our world. See what I mean? Open mind, free thinker, an inventor of the quantum computer, talking about summonsing. You got to try it. Hey, didn't who lived in the cave for a couple of years? Was it Nostradamus, I think, lived in the caves or something like that? Or Da Vinci? But they came out and had all these inventions that were world changing, and some of them were in the future. Who was that? But that's weird. They went into a cave and meditated and spoke to beings of massive intelligence. I'm telling you, if you meditate, if you do it, and you do it a lot, and you do it and just keep doing it every day as if you have to go to the bathroom, just meditate for 10 minutes. Do it while you're on the bowl. Do it there instead of looking at your phone. Oh, hold on a second. I got messages I didn't see. Well, Hellfire can't put the link up to the show to get invited. I don't know how he could. But let's see. Hold on. Oh yeah, he does have that. Oh, I was wondering why nobody was coming in. But, you know, sometimes we don't have anybody. That's okay too. I'm going to put it in again. But I put it in. I saw it go in and I saw it go up the chat. It's in there somewhere. I didn't pin it. I forgot to pin it. There we go. Nah, I forgot to pin it. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? So why don't you? The UFO community put up a UFO video. Let's take a look at this video from November 2022. In 3, Mashugana, Lafugana, Aguja. It's a bird, it's a balloon, it's Venus! I could tell you right now. That looks like a drone to me. Yep, it's a drone.
It's moving.
It's moving?
Olha a velocidade disso. Você é louco, mano. Já viu a velocidade disso aí? Olha isso lá em cima. Olha a velocidade disso aí, mano. Isso não é drone, não.
Let me pause that for a second. Oh, look at that. There's 2 of them? Whoa. Let me tell you something real quick. We've got a few people jumping in a second here. My drone doesn't look like a white dot in the sky. I just remembered that. Yeah, that it could be a light, but let's take a look at the rest of this. We've got 3 or 4 people waiting in the wings, and I'll get to you guys as soon as I'm done with this, and maybe we'll talk about this. I'm gonna say these are drones with lights, but
Mano, isso não é drone, velho.
Oh, this is fun.
É drone da polícia.
Everybody's coming on. All right, we're going to stop the video and get to people. That'd be more interesting to talk to you folks. In 5, 4, Sapphire Elf, Dorothy Hawkins, Nathan, and Janine Gregg. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Goof On. Happy Thanksgiving.
Cheers. Happy Thanksgiving, my man.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much. Everybody looks fantastic. Well, hey, look at these two over here. Oh, I didn't put your names up. That's why I'm like these two. Hey, look at these two over here. It's just a couple of people. There we go.
Hey, what's
Janine
going on,
and Greg.
Rich? How are you, man?
How is everybody? Hey,
good, dude.
Dorothy's got the right outfit on right there. Dorothy, I love it. Got your nightcap on?
Thank you.
Sapphire Elf was the first one who chimed in. Then I'll go down the line. Dorothy, Janine, Greg, Nathan. We'll kind of keep it brief. You know, we only got 30 minutes left. So let's go. Sapphire Elf, why did you want to join me tonight? What was on your mind?
Oh, am I lagging? Whoops. There we go. Skip.
Dorothy. He said skip. How are you?
I'm
Thank you
lagging,
for
sorry.
No, that's quite okay. Thank you very much, Dorothy, for joining Goof On. Lovely outfit. So what was the reason for your chiming in tonight? Dorothy? This is so good.
Well, first I have to tell you, I'm getting all kinds of double speak on my screen, and I don't know why.
How is it now?
Did you mute YouTube?
I turned it off.
I was about to say close YouTube while you're in StreamYards. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's not there.
Sapphire Elf was the first one who chimed in. Then we go down the line.
Who's playing the show in the background?
I'm just turning it off, Rid.
Oh, okay. All right. This is not going as well as I thought. So I'm gonna go. We're gonna get to everybody. Janine and Greg. Dorothy, hold on. Dorothy, can you hear us okay? Wow. All right. Janine, Greg, thank you very much for...
I can hear you, but I'm still getting... You're speaking twice, and I'm echoing to myself. It reminds me of my brother teased me.
Is everybody hearing that same echo?
No.
Dorothy, I think you have another browser open that has the show playing in the background. Janine and Greg, thank you so much for your patience. And Nathan, you'll be next. What's on your mind?
Okay, I turned my other device off. I'll hop off and come back.
Okay. In the name of the Father and the Ghost and the aliens too.
Listen, man.
Right.
we were sitting here, and I was just getting really freaking weird vibes from what's his nuts, Burchett. Like he freaks me out a little bit. I think he's what were we calling him? A sleazeball. He seems like a real sleazeball. Is that wrong of me to say?
It is. He's not a sleazeball.
Damn it. Okay.
Fortunately, I do get to hear, some of the things that they talked to Third Phase of Moon about, and that he's a really nice guy. He does seem a little bit arrogant, I guess you could say that. He comes off like he knows some stuff's going on, like he's the guy, but I don't know, man. I think he's just frustrated. Frustrated.
Can I answer you this? I know a lot of people that have met Travis Taylor, and they said has a great sense of humor. They love him. Everything, you meet somebody, you talk. So what is that necessarily? I mean, it's like, is it good. Like, yeah, but that is great. But then we look at Travis Taylor. I know you probably have the same opinion as I do as CIA and working for the government. But yet you meet these people like face to face, and is that part of the charm? Is that part of like the underbelly of it all?
We all put on our best face when we're out in public. You're not going to go out and say, "Yeah, how you doing?" No, gotta go. I'm busy. I can't do that. Only Greer can get away with that.
But aren't they all bought and sold at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, they are. Yeah, right. They're mainstream media sweethearts. They're the ones that are in the know. They're the ones that have the look they want, and they all believe in the same thing. They all have the ideologies are the same. Their political things are the same. They all have the same agenda, and that's okay. I mean, if that's what ufology is now, maybe in 5 years it'll be different, which it will be because it changes all the time.
I'm relying on the kids for sure. I want this to be taught in 6th and 7th grade. I want it to be, because that's when their imaginations are the most open. That's when everything should come together for them. This, along with agriculture. When have we stopped teaching agriculture in our schools? The most important things we need to learn, we just put away on the wayside and just listen to the winners of history. And that's what sucks, man.
Well said. It's true, though. It's true.
I'll shut up.
No, very insightful. I appreciate it. Thank you. Real quick,
school should be teaching kids how to. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, because we waited a little bit for you. So Sapphire Elf, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was going to say school should teach kids how to do their taxes, not gender theory.
Oh, right. They should teach that, and I would have loved to have learned that in my government class. But I'm glad I took. Yeah. Hey, that's what they're for, right? That's what Trump did. It's so funny, though. Hey, that's why they're in there, right? They're in there for the rich people. It sucks. We shouldn't.
Taxes. Correct.
Pardon?
Correct. Tremendous. I didn't pay any taxes because I'm smart.
Right. Yeah.
Sapphire Elf, are you in the States or are you somewhere else in the world?
Australian.
Australian? All right, man. Cheers, dude.
Hey, what time is it for you?
20 to 1 in the afternoon, so it's past noon. I'm allowed to have a beer.
Okay. I just never knew. That's interesting.
I love day drinking.
I'm a wake and bake type of guy.
I just had a ham and salad sandwich, so I'm having a beer afterwards.
Nathan, thank you for being patient.
Richie.
What do you say there, Snap Ahead?
Hey, I'm talking about Tim Burchett here. He blew me away saying suicide 3 times in the back of the head, calling it all the way out.
That was really shocking to hear somebody like that say that.
Somebody on it wasn't exactly national TV, but it's going there. I see that statement going there or getting completely blacklisted.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I see I think he'll be okay, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get disclosure as we would like to have it. Like the government coming out saying, okay, here's your flying car, here's your super medical. No, I don't think we're going to get that. But Tim Burchett.
Oh, David Wilcock supposed to have the car next month.
Yeah.
The prototype of the flying car.
TTSA.
I would convert my Hyundai.
Wait, what?
I want a Hyundai conversion kit. I don't want to buy another one. I want a conversion kit.
I want a Yugo conversion kit. Remember the Yugo?
I remember.
Yugo screw yourself car? Yeah, that thing was terrible. Had good air conditioning. Bob Perkins, the shirtless wonder. You look good, man. How you feeling?
I'm pretty good, Richie. Thank you. Yeah,
Bob freaking Perkins. Holy shit. What's up, dude? Hell yeah, man.
I'm fine, man. Thanks.
Love your shit, dude.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, well, I'm just listening to you guys so far. So yeah. I see.
So
Mr.
throw in a couple of cents. What do you want to add to the combo?
Wow, I just heard Nathan talk about disclosure, and well, I mean, there's been so much talk about disclosure, and that's where I'm standing, I guess, Richie. I don't think it's even that concept of disclosure things is even real anymore.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's where I am. It's like sometimes I believe like people were gonna. It's just like before when we used to be kids, we're thinking about the apocalypse. Like one day everything would start blowing up.
2000, yeah.
Yeah, I had this pictures in my mind. Oh yeah, the apocalypse is like this day. Everything it's just like actually disclosure and apocalypse mean revelation. So I don't know. Maybe it's a process, and we're right in it. And there's a need for war to activate those process and then to reach some kind of a disclosure pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as for me, if there is no, let's say, contact with another entity or another something that make us sure that we're not alone in the universe,
yeah,
there is no disclosure. For me, disclosure is about contact. So that's it. Contact an insect, as I was writing a few minutes before. Contact an insect. You find an insect, that will mean everything, because that means that insect have a specific role on that planet, and that will be the start of something. So that's why I'm thinking that they're not searching for water at all. They're just searching for a real insect.
Oh man, yeah.
Not even a flower. They want to have an insect because the insect have a active role in something. And if you go,
community,
there's evolution in there, and then you would have the perfect planet to study something.
I think there's something going on directly under the surface of Mars. Maybe there's caves and other stuff, but there's definitely water under there. We know that.
Well, I heard that they said it was like a ocean planet before. I heard that. I'm not sure, but I heard that. I'm not sure.
I believe the solar winds basically blew all the water off of Mars onto Earth. Basically, that's what we were just listening to some. Have you guys seen
that's interesting.
What's it called? Our Universe on Netflix? It ties the Earth and the universe together really well, man. If you guys are bored or whatever. Sorry,
man,
Sapphire,
I'm gonna watch the show. Thank you. I'm gonna watch that. I think Sapphire had a question, or is he like he's stuck?
No, I'm just waiting. When it comes to disclosure, I don't think any one explanation's ever going to be good enough. Like, chances are we're seeing a range of things from extraterrestrials, perhaps interdimensionals, perhaps just weather phenomenons and weird stuff in the sky. Like, even if aliens do land, that's only going to explain some of it. Yeah, no one explanation needs to be exclusive, and chances are there's going to be a lot of explanations for different things. And even what the government knows won't be the whole thing,
Somebody put it straight pretty much, I think it's 2 days ago, yesterday in the chat. He said, we're having a discussion about if they could be living under the sea. I said, I don't believe in that, but could be possible. And then somebody said on the chat, he said, yeah, but everything is possible when there is no proof. So dimensional is possible, under sea is possible, and he said out of space is also possible. So we have those three, kind of perception about the possible contact, alien species.
Yeah, and that's just if they're manipulating gravity, they can go interdimensional from far away, or perhaps even through time. But then you've got other things like
I remember that comes.
Like
what blows my mind, you guys? Everything we know and exist, right here. This is where it's at, right here. Everything, it's just right here. Everything, the whole universe, everything. The deepest seas, right here. The deepest seas we can imagine is all up in our brains. So that's how deep we can go. And as far as oceans go, I think we live in between two oceans. The practical ocean that we know as water, and then space is an ocean also, because everything floats in space. You can't breathe in space. I do believe, and that's why I believe we're kind of on like the prison planet, man. I mean, thank God for weed and pets. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Yeah. Can I give my
and the opposite sex?
Can I give my amazing Kamala Harris style space quote about space? That's hilarious.
Yeah. And then I want to get to Antonio. He's been patiently waiting too. What's up, man?
Sorry. Space is big.
Hey, Ricky, how you doing?
You go.
No, go ahead, Sapphire.
Yeah, I'm not.
Space is big. That means it's full of big spaces. And if space wasn't big, we wouldn't call it space. And that's why space is also important. Nods confirmed.
I like those videos where it looks
so
like.
Man, Sapphire, you look like a bit like a Dave McRae. I'm a fan of this guy.
It's got a good look, man.
I'm the, what do they call them? Russell Brand of aliens. I just need some more chest hair going. There we go. we'll throw some head hair in there. There we go.
Antonio, what's up, man?
How you doing, brother?
Appreciate you coming on over.
Yeah, I slapped a shirt on and said, "What the hell?" I've been sick, and my voice probably sounds like garbage, but
Yeah, I couldn't even tell.
well, yeah, me neither, right? Just real quick, I saw Lunar Sparkles asked where I just got out of prison from. It's been quite a while since I got out of prison, but I do have cancer, and I am also sick, coming off of COVID and bronchitis. So,
oh my god,
that's probably why I look like shit. I got rid of the COVID. I was positive or negative on COVID as of like what was it like last Thursday, I think, and bronchitis is starting to clear up. So,
man,
I hear you, man. I hear you.
How bad was it? Really bad?
COVID? Yeah, it was really bad. I had to go to a ventilator.
Man,
How's your
sorry
two
to hear
cat?
that. Yeah.
Are your two cat good?
What's that?
How's your two cat are good?
Yeah, my cats are fine.
All right.
Did you quit smoking, dude?
No.
Come on. You got to quit smoking, man. Eat some edibles.
I'll quit. I smoke weed and I eat edibles, but I'll quit smoking cigarettes when I die.
Fair enough.
I do what I want to stay happy, man. I'm not.
It's as good as time as any.
I'm not going to change my life for anybody, and especially I do what I want when I want. And my cancer has nothing to do with smoking cigarettes. It's sarcoma. It's a bone marrow disease. The reason it just it sends tumors throughout your organs and then hits your brain eventually. So. It's really got nothing to do with smoking anyway, and it's not gonna make it any worse or any better by smoking or not smoking. So
you might as well enjoy it. Yeah.
I
I've been
say I'll
clean
give
off
up when life stops
drugs
being
for like
stressful. Sorry.
I've been clean off drugs for like 5 years, and all I do is smoke cigarettes. So I mean that's
good too.
Good enough for me. I don't drink. I don't do any drugs. So.
I was going to say good job. No, I was going to say
thank you.
good job and another word at the same time.
Yeah.
So Dorothy never had her turn for whatever reason. We had the delay. So I want to get you in here before we leave. So Dorothy, can you hear us okay now?
Oh, yes. I'll just keep making the same mistake over and over until I stop making the same
That's all.
mistake.
No big deal. So what's up?
Well, it occurs to me that Congressman Tim Burchett is not an old guy, necessarily. Yeah. He's not a white hair like a lot of the people in Congress. And I get the sense that, he's not really exactly a lone wolf, but he's the only one who's really speaking out a lot about this. And I'm wondering, to what degree is he planning to, mount his own campaign with the people that he knows to try and force the issue forward. Do you know anything about that from the Cousins brothers? Rich?
Nothing at all.
No.
Nothing.
Okay.
No, I'll ask them. Actually, I haven't spoken to them since they did that interview. We didn't speak yesterday, so we'll talk today and I'll ask them. Yeah, but I haven't heard anything like that.
Well, he's certainly plenty vocal about it. Hey, Lantonio, I just want to tell you, you might feel sick, but your heart is the size of a mountain, and everybody loves you, dude.
And in the end, we're all going at the same place, eh?
That's right. We're all heading there.
I gotta make
a different speed.
Exactly.
You guys are going to hell too?
I gotta make.
Of course. No, I'm living there now.
I gotta make a quick comment. Sapphire Elf, who agrees with me? He looks just like Brad Dorff with longer hair.
I don't know who that is. But
the guy who voices Chucky.
Oh fuck! I know. Brad Dorff. Yeah.
Brad Dorff.
Shit, it's true, Antonio, man.
Okay.
I thought
you look different kind of people at once.
Yeah. It's the forehead ridges. He's got the same sharp angle going on. I also get young Julian Assange a bit, and I'm like, okay, I'll pay that. I like that one.
And also Jesus from The Walking Dead.
Oh shit, I missed that one.
Well, there was a guy named Jesus in like season 7 or something. You definitely look like
I never watched the series.
They had the season finale on 2 nights ago, whatever. It sucked.
So is
Yeah,
David
the main
Wilcock
character
coming out
died.
with his hover cars, Rich? Is he actually coming out with his hover cars?
No, no. I mean, he hasn't even talked about it.
He shouldn't.
So,
Too many people have seen him already.
I think he just
Back to
avoided
the-
it after he made the claim last November, because he made the claim and
Back to the
What's that?
Future promised me fluoro hoverboards by now. I want my bloody hoverboard.
have you seen some of the hoverboards on the internet? What people are coming up with?
I've seen
Totally.
like using superconductors and stuff, and like, but you need like
That's
super
cool, yeah.
freezing liquid nitrogen and that. And sure, there's something
That would be
there
awesome. That's
with
amazing.
geostationary gravity. It's like crazy stuff, but
Don't you need a license to play with liquid nitrogen? Could you imagine all the youth playing around with liquid nitrogen? You do need a license to play with that shit, right?
yeah, it's like,
No, I don't think you do, because if you want to make you're thinking, okay, I'm thinking of dry ice. Never mind.
Yeah, dry ice you can get down the straight shore, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
liquid nitrogen is like a little bit different. I think you do.
It is, yeah.
basically
stuff's
you need an
awesome.
account with the gas supplier, and to get one you need an ABN, which is what we call a business number. I don't know what you have in America, but a registered business can get the gas accounts to get it, and you don't really need a reason. But being a backyard scientist, unless you've got like a bit of a name behind you and stuff, you'll get the FBI rocking up just because you bought a large flask beaker. You know, they're like, what the hell are you doing with that in a domestic setting? You're making a lot of something, you know.
Breaking Bad all over again. Breaking Liquid. So tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and let's go around the horn and hear what you're doing tomorrow. We're going to start with Janine and Greg. What are you guys doing tomorrow? Where are you going? What are you eating?
I'm probably going to be spending the whole day underneath my bed, just curled up in a fetal position, just praying to Allah. And what are you doing?
I don't know.
So I think she's in Virginia.
I'm gonna take it easy.
I'm leaving him.
Oh, she's leaving me. That's what she's doing. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I
That
hope your
is-
turkey's freaking. I like my turkey
I'm not
medium
really,
rare.
I'm not really. No.
We don't have that here in Quebec, like Thanksgiving.
Quebec. Is that
You
what you
do.
said, Robert?
Quebec,
Okay.
yes, sorry.
Isn't it Quebec?
Canada.
Quebec. I never know how to say it in
Canada.
English anyway. I guess it's Quebec. I mean, Janine and Greg got it right. Yeah.
Love
No.
you guys, man.
Greg, what are you really doing?
I'm probably just gonna honestly, I'm probably gonna hike down the train tracks and build a fort in the woods. That's my honest to God answer.
Like, what kind of fort?
I don't know, man. I've always been dreaming of some place to hang out at nighttime under the woods, just like a little fire at nighttime.
How
Oh, that
cool.
looks great, man.
Nice.
Me and my friends did that when we were really young. I
Hey,
wish
man,
I
young
could
at
do it
heart.
now. I wish I could do it now. That is so cool.
Do it.
Do it.
Well, I
I'll
don't have
meet
any
you there,
friends. I need friends in
Neither
Florida.
do I. That's why I'm going to the woods.
All right.
Love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, man. I'm so glad to see everybody. And
Thank
you guys
you.
are wonderful, man. Love you all.
Yeah, man.
Bob
Happy
Perkins,
Thanksgiving.
dude. Fuck yeah, man. Later.
Love you.
Later, guys. Nathan. Oh, Sapphire, I meant. Sapphire. What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm gonna hang out with the balloon people. I'll probably float away at some time around mid-afternoon, and I might be back the next morning. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you're not celebrating Thanksgiving.
No, I'm just gonna
No.
hang out with the balloon people.
Okay. That's cool.
the
Sounds
balloon
like fun.
Yeah, I call all UFOs balloons
Oh,
just because
okay,
I'm a
okay.
troll.
That's all right. That's smart. I'm a balloon expert. Nathan, what are you doing tomorrow? Thanks, Sapphire Elf. I appreciate you coming
Yeah,
on.
liquid nitrogen, you need
I
to have
guess.
a specific use for, and it has to be documented.
Yeah, I could hear him. He was like talking, but it was like moving too fast.
What's
We could
going
hear him.
on? Nathan, you're max headrooming.
Yeah. Richie.
He is. That's amazing. We're gonna have some beef, broccoli, and pork. I love doing that guy.
It's exactly like the movie.
He did, didn't it?
Yeah, write it down, dude.
It looked just like it. I can't wait to go back and look at that later. Thank you, Nathan. It's great having you. Thank you for your support as well.
Bam.
Bob Berkins, what are you doing tomorrow?
Well, as I said, I'm the same routine, Richie. I'm gonna be working, and then going back home and probably catch you on the show.
All right. Yeah, I will be on tomorrow for sure. Thanksgiving. What the hell? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe later. It depends on the football game. Lantonio, what's up, man? What are you doing tomorrow?
The plans anyway are to go to the sisters with the folks and have Thanksgiving there. Depending on how I wake up, how I feel when I get up. I don't want to get anybody sick with the bronchitis. So and it's already gone. My folks and stuff. Everyone's already got it. I was the last person to get it in my household. So. And I got spared by it twice. It went through everybody, like my mom, my brother, and my dad twice, and I just finally got it. So, my sister's got young kids, and I don't want them to get it. Plus, there'll be a baby there too. But we'll see how it is if I decide to get out of bed or not, because. Yeah, but otherwise that's what I'll do. If not, I'll just stay home and relax. And like Bob said, I'll watch your show later in the day if you're on.
Yeah, I'll be on. Yeah, I'll be on. Dorothy, what are you doing tomorrow?
I'm reverting to a woman of my actual era, and I'm running around and being hostess to my cousin from California and a friend of mine whose family is out of town. And of course, there's 3 of us dining, but we have a tradition in my family. We always set an extra place at the table for the weary travelers. So we'll be watching for the invisible guest tomorrow.
What a nice idea. Yeah. Well, that sounds like you got a nice day set. What are you going to be eating?
Oh, well, it's got to be turkey and gravy and stuffing and all that good stuff. And I'm making green bean casserole, apple crisp, because I hate pumpkin pie. And
I love pumpkin pie.
Hate pumpkin pie.
What kind of potatoes are you doing? Instant? Are you peeling potatoes?
No, it's just regular mashed potatoes that you make.
You're gonna peel potatoes?
But I've got a special recipe for potatoes that's like super good, and you can make them ahead of time. They got cream cheese and sour cream and all that butter and all that good stuff. Oh. Really good.
I love those potatoes where you could only eat one half because it's got so much stuff on it.
Yeah, right.
I love that. Well, thank you guys for.
Sorry, I was gonna say to Dorothy, apple crisp and green bean casserole sounds amazing.
Well,
does.
I've had a little practice, so I think it'll come out all right.
Yeah, I bet. My sister makes a green bean casserole that's killer. My mom makes apple crisp actually, but I don't know if they're making or what's being made specifically tomorrow. But sorry to.
I hope you get your green bean casserole and your apple crisp there, Antonio.
Well, either way, whether I go or not, I'll get food brought home. So
fantastic.
Well, thank you both for hanging out, and
thanks,
I'll let
Rich.
you guys go.
Fun.
And happy Thanksgiving, and thank you for
happy
everything. This was fun. Thanks for the support too.
Have a good one.
You too.
Have
brother.
a good Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks, Rich. This was all kinds of fun to come up with.
I'm gonna be doing it. Try to do it. Maybe a little longer next time. 30 minutes goes by real quick.
Please do. You got a remedial student in me. I got to keep trying to do it right the first time.
Hey, as long as it gets done, you got it done. That's all that matters. Yeah.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving, Rich. Love you.
Yeah, you too. Love you too.
We'll see you later.
Bye-bye. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out tonight. Oh, Ben Yorkshire, the Goophonian with the $2, 2-pound, 2 quid super chat. I saw that there about 25 minutes ago, and I think I posted it, and then I took it down because it was so big, and then I forgot about it. So thank you, Ben, the Yorkshire Goophonian. Another $2 or £2 2 quid super duper dono. Thanks, Ben. And happy Thanksgiving to all of you in the United States. Tomorrow we will be back somewhere around 7, if not at 7, but I don't know. It might be 8, 9, 10, 11, or somewhere between 7 and midnight. All right? That's Eastern time. So thanks, moderators, super chatters, Nathan, Coral, everybody, Samo, and everybody else. Thank you, newcomers and veterans. I appreciate it. You guys still clicking that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Don't forget to thumb up it. We need to get at least 150 thumbs up a show. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. They shadow ban us anyway. And we are Truthology for ufology. Yes. And that's it. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, let me get rid of that. Happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you tomorrow. Eat well, end in moderation, and don't eat fast. Take an Alka-Seltzer or something before you eat. This way you can... Oh, never mind. That's for me. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. Take care. Alien bless. Oh, no. They're doing it without us. That was weird, wasn't it?
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object.